So I'm gonna go live right now. Okay. So to send out a alert. So everyone should be coming. SPY puts to 460 at open. So I'm gonna set up my stream right now. Okay, so the market just opened up. I'm gonna quickly look at your SPY. So SPY is actually in a support, so I would be just very, very careful. It is at a market open, and that's usually kind of like the hardest time to really trade. So let's take a look at QQQ. We gapped down below, okay. And again, if you watched my video, I'm mostly bearish on QQQ to hit that level. But I'm actually taking a look at SPY. We still have that inverse head and shoulder going on for SPY, which is pretty interesting. Good morning, XF. Yeah, XLF. NVAX. So I'm just going to look at slowly. Okay. So, yeah, it looks interesting. So let's take a look at basically the whole market. We basically gapped down and, I'm just kind of looking at the market. Really not going to trade today. I was taking a look at Apple because Apple has a gap down below. So let's take a look at Apple. Okay. So Apple has this gap down below. I'm just going to watch mainly Apple for a puts play because Apple does look interesting to grab puts on. So let's move this. Okay. So yeah, so market is kind of bouncing back right now. Take a look at QQQ. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a kind of on like a 4 screen. Or actually, let's just do 1. Okay. So basically just kind of just watching the market right now. I'll ask if you guys have any questions, let me know kind of like in the chat. Okay. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. The market just opened up. And again, we just don't know anything, yet. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. So we're basically trying to fill out the gap on QQQ. Whenever we gap down or we gap up, we always try to fill that gap, which is like something to like keep in mind. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, good morning. So I'm going to let's create a poll. Bullish or bearish for today, because today is Friday. So I'm going to do a poll right now just because I'm curious if you guys are bullish or bearish. So I just did kind of like a poll. Okay. So again, we're trying to fill that gap. Again, I'm just watching the market because there's just no clear direction right now. The main play for a put play was Apple. Apple filled its gap on the daily. So Apple had that gap down below. And then we have that gap on Microsoft. And then we overall, still looking bearish. We're bullish until we break the downtrend. Okay? Until we actually break downtrend. Now, I actually wanted to go over kind of like the bot, some questions and stuff going on with the bot and how it really works. So, most of these bot plays are automated alerts. So, for example, when Apple enters this gap down below, it'll alert to all of the servers. If you are a server owner and I alert for you, please DM me on Discord to kind of get this bot, because this is very, very important. It's all free for the current servers that I'm alerting for. So only the server owner. So yeah, that's very, very interesting. Let's take a look. Let's go back over here. So Apple filled this gap. Now, this is very, very important. Whenever we fill that gap, that's our resistance going down below. Now, what I usually, so SPY is having a tough time. Apple is just very, very strong. Apple is always strong. Like QQQ and SPY haven't filled their gap, and Apple is just staying very, very strong. Very, very strong. So most of you guys are bearish. Yeah, I'm also bearish. So I'm also bearish for the market, but we might just, trade sideways. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. If we do hit that level on QQQ, Apple I've been talking about is what I'm really looking at. So any alerts that I'm looking at will be coming in through. So just watching the markets. If you guys do have any questions, let me know. After yesterday, I'm bearish. Yeah. Okay, so QQQ trying to break the low of the day. So this is the second candle. Okay, this is the second candle. And let's do a quick chart. So this is kind of like our level for QQQ. Kind of like our support for QQQ. So this is the 5-minute chart for QQQ. This is the low of the day. So again, it's breaking that support, which is bearish. Yes, can call it a bear flag. A bear flag is when, we break kind of like the low of the day or low of the time frame. So this would be a bear flag. And overall showing a lot of weakness. So right at market open, you guys can see that we have a lot of weakness because we tried filling that gap, but we couldn't. So this would be kind of like our resistance. Let's remove these lines so it just looks better and cleaner. So our eventual price target for QQQ, again, QQQ is the tech ETF. It tracks all of those blue chip tech companies, is going to be 374, 375. So we broke low of the day. That is very, very, again, it's very, very weak. And then we have the support as that. Overall, looking very, very weak and bearish. So most of you guys were right, but it's still too early to decide because it's like 10 minutes into market open. What's up? Yeah, what's up, everyone? If you guys do have any questions, let me know. I'll probably quickly tweet out something that I'm going to go live. So we're breaking that level. So again, whenever we break that low of the day, it's very, very important. You chart those levels out. And right at market open, we saw weakness into the market. So yeah. So now when will I be buying calls? Well, again, I've kind of made a whole video on that. So just make sure to quickly watch that. That 375, 374 is kind of like the level that I am watching for QQQ. And it's going to be a tough spot. Take a look at the overall. So we're bleeding right now. Yeah, we're pretty much bleeding. Tesla is down 1%. QQQ is down over 1%. We're already down so much for the day. I'm going to quickly tweet. Just going to tweet this. Okay. So yeah, a lot of weakness. Square is down another 4%. Again, we were in shares, and if you watch the video, again, our stop loss was the close below of the support. Same with Tesla. So I ended up closing both for a 10% loss. And here goes QQQ again. A lot of weakness going into the share. So let's take a look at the daily. Daily. So again, we have that breakout coming in now. Okay, that head and shoulder breakout, which is kind of like the bearish pattern. Going good for QQQ. So overall, looking very, very bearish. XLF below. Okay, let's take a look at XLF. So let's take a look at XLF. Yeah, XLF is at that. So for XLF, if you're still in XLF, we have talked about this downtrend breakout, and it is very, very important that if you are bullish on XLF, that we close above this level, because again, we're bullish until we break the downtrend. So we need to break the downtrend if you're in XLF. XLF filled like 70% of the gap. So I wouldn't like try going for it or chasing it again, because again, that was like pretty big mover. So let's take a look at XLF. Yeah, it looks interesting. Let's take a look at QQQ. Let's take a look at So Apple is just strong. Like, I mean, you know, we've talked about Apple. It's just a very, very strong one. And that's probably like, you know, doing its best right now. And then Amazon. So again, almost every tech stock we're looking at, we're looking bearish. Okay, we're looking bearish on every tech stock. Again, I made a more in-depth video on kind of why I am looking bearish and when to actually buy the dip. So we're mostly just waiting right now until we dip more so that we can actually buy in on that dip. I have like a lot of lines drawn. Let's take a look at Tesla. Watch this Tesla. Let's take a look at Facebook. Do you think QQQ will reverse soon? Yes. So I've talked about it on my latest video. Again, we have that support talking in for QQQ. So Facebook looks interesting. We're in this channel for Facebook, and I'm taking a look at kind of like the support, because Facebook does look interesting for puts, but mostly just gonna watch Facebook. Square is down over 4%. Yeah, Square has been bleeding. It broke, you know, both of our supports, and it hit our stop loss. You know, the next level for Square potentially is 134. So we're looking to go down there. And then for PayPal, it's 180. So if we're actually taking a look at PayPal, we have the support that we are looking at. So PayPal has like that support. And again, if we do hit that level, you guys will get alerted. If you guys don't have the breakouts bot, just DM your server owner to like let them know, because it's free for the servers. So we're watching PayPal, taking a look at the support level, 180. Overall, just, you know, red all across the board. Let's take a look at QQQ 5-minute. We're just trying to break low of the day again. So overall, just looking. So should I sell Square now? Well, Square, okay, as I talked about, Square is just, you know, it broke two of its main support. And if we actually take a look at the daily for Square, 134, it definitely has more room to fall. So, you know, yeah, it's definitely does have more room to fall. PayPal, Square, most of those like high, you know, tech stocks that went up during COVID are like dying right now. Just take a look. I'm curious on what Baba is doing. Let's take a look at JD. Let's take a look at Starbucks, because I was watching Starbucks. So I thought Starbucks looked pretty interesting. I was going to play this gap fill, but if Starbucks can bounce off the support, we can set up for a nice something triangle. Oh my God, what the? Did FedEx had earnings? Yeah, so I think FedEx had earnings, so it gapped up a lot. Let's take a look at Roblox. So the thing is, this the earnings gap? So the thing with Roblox is it's the earnings gap. I mean, my reason, you know, my ideology with gaps is that if it's more than 3%, I'm not going to play it because this gap was a earnings gap on Roblox and it's like a 30% gap. Like it's just way tougher to actually fill that gap. And it was from that catalyst, which was very, very bullish. So my reasons for gaps is no more than if the gap is more than 3%, I wouldn't play it. We're taking a look at like that Apple gap that I want to play. And we actually have this ruler on TradingView, which is pretty nice. And we can actually measure the gap. So this gap is like no more than 3% on Apple. And it's just a reasonable gap to actually fill. So that is kind of like my ideology with gaps. Let's take a look at CVS. CVS. Yeah, that cup and handle. Yeah, I remember this breakout for CVS. It just looks, nonstop. It's just going up. I wouldn't fight the trend. Microsoft, Tesla. Wow, square down 4%. Tesla also looks, again, very, very interesting. Ford is back in this channel. So again, just watching Ford, it broke out. It's still just trading sideways. And it's just consolidating right now. It's pretty interesting. Ford will be interesting if we hit that level. XLF puts 100%. Let's take a look at XLF. Yeah, I really forgot that XLF actually gapped up. Take a look at Bank of America. So most of the banks they broke out, but now they're like testing a breakout. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Oh, wow. Tesla is green. Tesla is like the only green stock on my list. Like the whole market is pretty much red. And then Tesla is just. Yeah, Tesla is like the only one. Let's take a look at 5 minutes because it kind of looks like we're trying to reverse. So QQQ is trying to reverse over here. Our major breakout level would be kind of like high of the day. So we could chart these levels out for QQQ. We have a nice support around 382. We bounced off of it like 3 times. And then we have like that gap fill to fill. Gap fill. And pretty much Apple is like the strongest one. Like, take a look at like 15 minutes. Apple is pretty much like the strongest stock right now. I mean, besides Tesla, like Tesla is doing great on the daily. Yeah, Tesla is up like almost 1%. But mostly like not gonna trade today, like kind of watching. Apple is almost green for the day, like flat break even. So Apple puts, I'm just watching that gap down below. It's going to be the main one. Okay, SQ. Let's take a look at airlines. What airlines are doing. So let's take a, so this is AL. Let's take a look at jets. So airlines, they're also like breaking a support, or they're about to hit like a support. They're kind of bear flagging on the daily. Let's take a look at CNBC. Yeah, so overall just bearish. Banks. Okay, Apple is green for the day. Tesla up over 1%. So we're actually green today now. Let's take a look at QQQ. Let's take a look at our 5 minutes. So it broke our resistance. That was like our key breakout level for QQQ, and it's trying to fill that gap now. Also, if you guys didn't realize, the SPY indicator actually had let's see. The SPY indicator actually got a buy signal today, which is pretty interesting. So let's clear out our charts. There's actually a buy signal, and I can actually edit out my settings. It's from the 21 EMA. Okay, so we actually had a buy signal on our SPY indicator, which is very, very interesting. And this is off the 50 EMA. So if you guys know how my SPY indicator works, I made a whole video on it. But again, we have that 50 EMA, which is a very, very nice level. It's all free. So this is a very, very nice support for SPY actually. It's looking like it's holding that level. So that was a very, very interesting alert for SPY. And we have played these alerts a lot. This 50 EMA has been a very, very great level. Walmart. So Walmart hit over 80%, and I had 4 contracts, and I'm only holding 1 runner to expiration. I made a video on why I'm holding it. It was the latest video on like Walmart stock update. The reason why I'm holding only 1 contract to expiration is because if we actually take a look at the monthly, okay, I've talked about this in the video. We're taking a look at the video. We have had these seasonal breakouts. What seasonal breakouts are is basically during Christmas, January, when the new year begins. It usually had a great run up. So, we're taking a look at December of 2014. It had an incredible breakout from that same ascending triangle that we're looking at. And we're taking a look at like 2019. And we're taking a look at a very nice breakout coming in November, December. Same breakout, just early ahead. And then now we're actually taking a look at the monthly, and it just looks very, very nice. Now, the key thing is that we have scaled out most of our contracts for Walmart because we hit 80% on those calls. Most of our contracts are trimmed. So just leaving 1 runner really doesn't hurt us. So we can really risk to lose that. And again, we have a February expiration on the daily. Okay, if you're really concerned about Walmart, we're taking a look at the support. So watch the support 141. If we break that, I think we would be bearish, and I would probably sell my last runner. But it would be great if we actually bounced off for Walmart. So we would bounce off, because that would actually be an inverse head and shoulder, and then I would actually buy more contracts. So this is kind of like what I'm looking at Walmart if you're still in Walmart. So if you're, so just watch this level for Walmart. Yeah, Walmart is interesting. Walmart was a good play. And just leaving runners, because I've had like a lot of plays. Like if you guys don't remember MU, we got an MU at $70, and I didn't leave runners. Like I got out all at like 75, and it just had an incredible breakout right now. And I just kind of decided I would always like try to leave at least 1 runner. Like I missed out, bigly on this breakout for MU. MU actually looks interesting though. If we actually take a look at, we have this resistance. We kind of have like a descending triangle coming in for MU. We also have a gap down below, but yeah, that was just a previous play that I've played. Love your SPY indicator. Yeah, SPY indicator is just insane. It's very, very powerful. Again, it took me months to make the video. I read like a lot of books. I kind of implemented that strategy. And the cool part is, it's all free. I could easily sell this indicator, but I'm not. It's a completely free indicator, and I've made a lot. I love this indicator. It's probably the best indicator. Um, like, I don't know. You guys tell me, like, do you guys like this indicator? And I don't really have to like advertise it. Like, I don't really care if we have like a red signal, because again, I use it. I like it. It's very, very powerful. I've used it a lot in the past for almost a year. It took me a ton of time to actually make the indicator and publish it on TradingView. But yeah, this indicator is absolutely insane. And it's also really, really like great for beginners if you want to like learn, EMAs and stuff. But yeah, this is a very, very powerful indicator. And I haven't actually seen like any good like algo, like people selling indicators, like an actual like good one. So yeah, this was a great one, and it's all free, so that's very, very nice. It's published on TradingView. If you guys don't have it, just search SPY indicator. Should be somewhere. Yeah, it's just named SPY indicator. Oh my god. It should be, yeah. If you guys don't have it, just go to my TradingView. Like, I made a whole video on this indicator. Profiles. So just go to like scripts, and you guys can actually get the indicator. And like, if you actually go back, these are kind of like my deleted one, but I was trying to post this indicator since June because I was working on it, and I decided not to post it, change up some stuff. And then this was the official launch on October 7th. It's pretty nice. Do you have the SPY indicator for Thinkorswim? No, but I'm working on adding it to like other platforms and stuff. So I looked back. The SPY indicator, yeah. So really how it works is, yes, we got an alert. Okay, we got an alert. You just don't want to straight up buy this. Now, what I do is, if we close above and we close strong is when I actually want to buy it. So, if you do decide to buy SPY calls, okay, this would be our support. Okay, this is a major, major support level for SPY. So, for example, you're swinging the calls for SPY off the SPY indicator. The play goes invalid if we close below the 50 EMA. That is very, very important. Like, we're bouncing off. We need to really close above or at the level. If we look at the previous plays, whatever we close at or above is when we're very, very bullish. And that's just very, very nice to really understand, to get an idea on how to actually play this indicator, because I've played it a lot. I've played this indicator. It's absolutely insane. I have like a huge history on playing SPY calls. But again, you're looking at the previous alerts. It needs to close above that indicator, or else it's just invalid. XLF near uptrend now. Let's take a look at XLF. So SPY calls, SPY calls looks interesting. Just gonna watch it end of the day. XLF, I mean, it's holding off that support. So if we're actually taking a look at the daily, let's remove all of our drawings now, because let's remove all our, yeah, okay. So we're taking a look at XLF, which is the bank's ETF. We're at this support level. It's quite interesting. Yeah, so that SPY indicator is just lovely. It's absolutely insane. And really, mostly just watching SPY if we do bear flag. This is kind of like our key support level. If we break this, we're just gonna dump. Okay, it's very, very important to really understand. I might actually take a look to actually scalp on puts, but I might not alert it though. Like, I'm probably not gonna alert this because. So let's take a look at. So we're taking a look at SPY. This is the 5 minute. I'm looking at a potential scalp at puts. So if I were to actually trade puts, okay. Okay. So we're just taking a look at, and Walmart calls are up 40%. So this is kind of like our setup for SPY right now. We have the downtrend breakout and then the bear flag. So this looks interesting for a potential scalp. That's true. So just gonna watch this breakout. Okay, going for that breakout. Okay, so puts below this area. Let's do a quick puts below. And if we were to play puts, the stop loss would actually be here. Okay. Okay, I'm eyeing puts. I'm actually on my phone right now to actually get SPY puts. Okay. Okay, so I just got one contract. It's loading right now, December 17th. December 17th. I have to like scroll down. Okay. Okay, I got a 459 put. I'm not gonna alert this. This is just kind of like a market. Okay. Okay. And I got filled. So this is kind of just like for fun, I guess. If you do decide to play puts, the stop loss would be above this area. So I'm in only like one put right now. Just a fun contract to really play with. Because this is a bear flag. So this is a scalp, but I'm not alerting it. This is kind of just like for fun. Type. And this would be like our stop loss. Let's take a look at my position. A stop loss would be above this area. If you did decide to play puts. Because we're getting actually pretty tight over here. So we had like a strong bounce off that support. If we do go for it, you know, it might probably break it. Keep in mind that is a pretty strong support from the 50 EMA. So this is kind of just like a waiting game now. We're waiting for the close. Where will it close? Yeah, it's okay, we have the next candle, and again, this is our stop loss. So our stop loss actually got tighter. So it actually moved. And okay, it's trying to go for the support again. It's getting tighter and tighter. I only have one contract, so yeah, I don't really care. Okay. Gonna go for that support again. We're gonna try testing it again. Let's take a look at volume. Just awaiting it right now. Looking to break for 459.51 to break this support. Okay, it's going for it. And we just need to break it. And okay. Once it breaks that, that's kind of like the flush point where it just flushes like a huge red candle. So just watch that level for SPY. If you are in puts, but it's not like I'm alerting it or anything. And hitting that flush point, okay, it's holding it. It needs to kind of like go like low of the day. So that's really like the flush point. I'm gonna send this chart on Discord. So we're getting tighter and tighter. So we're gonna stop loss is gonna SQQQ calls live. I'm on SPY puts right now. Only one. I'm not alerting it though. It's just on live, just for fun. I only have one. Just kind of like playing around right now. Okay. We have 2 minutes until this candle closes. So the next candle really decides if we get stopped out or not. Apple looking to bounce. They're mostly bearish right now because SPY is looking to break low of the day. Will be interesting. Okay. Okay, 1 minute and 20 seconds until the next candle. Yeah. If you guys do have any questions, let me know in the chat. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Okay, so SPY is getting very tight. So taking a look at my contracts. Okay. 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 The next candle. And okay. It's trying to break it down. Now our stop loss is even tighter. Because, we're moving down, we're moving down. It's getting very, very tighter. So our stop loss is going to be like 10%, 20%. Since we have a 0-day expiration. It's the same day expiration. They move very, very quick and they're very, very scary. So our stop loss has gotten even tighter and it's trying to break that flush point. Okay, we're breaking it. We're breaking it. I mean, it is a major, major support though. Like even on the daily, it's the 50 EMA. So, and okay, we're breaking it. Okay. Now we need to close below. If we close below, that is a clear indication that we are bearish. Because we could just go down all the way. We could just wick out. So we need to close below this support. And that would be a straight up bear flag. This is a bear flag. We're breaking the support and it's going for low of the day. And then again, our stop loss is getting very tight now. So like the risk to reward is very nice now. And I'm pretty sure you're great if you like got in on puts like here or somewhere. I'm pretty sure you're already up. It needs to close below the support. I'm gonna check how much. Yeah, so I'm up 31% on those puts. I only got one, so it's just more of a. So that's like the flushing point for SPY. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds until this candle closes. And it's breaking nicely. Pretty nice. We could probably get if we do close below, I think this could just flush. Like we could probably even go like lower because the setup just looks very nice. Okay, we're basically closing below now, so I'm checking my contracts. I'm up 38%, so around 40%. And I only got one. This is more of just, I'm playing around. I don't really feel like trading today. So overall, great play if you took it. And it's just okay. So again, look at how we're just flushing. That was the flush point that I was talking about before it even happened. We were talking about that. We had our stop loss and it's up 43% right now. This perfect example is to put your stop loss at break even. So what usually happens is like if you're in the market for like, couple months and you have been like trading SPY calls, we would just like go down and we would like try to like test that level. So overall, great play. I mean, congrats if you actually played it in the chat. Because it's really cool. Like you guys can like learn. Okay, 54% on puts. SPY puts. Where do I see the next support? Well, this is kind of like the next. No, this is a huge support for SPY. Let's just take a look at the daily. The next support would let's take a look at the 100. Next support would be like 451. If we close below the 50, we're going for the 100 EMA. Okay, SPY puts 61%. We're just flushing. Like look at this. We're just bear flagging now, and it just looks very, very weak. Almost 70% on puts. And this should be like a risk-free trade now. Okay, if you got it puts, set the stop loss at break even. 72%. I could just like name this like flush. Flush point is a great term. I've like not really used it because, you know, most of you guys don't know what it is, or, you know, just saying puts would be easier. A flush point is where if we break that level, it just flushes. It just goes down very quick, very fast. How we saw this happening in this candle, like this is one of the biggest candle because we broke that level. And again, we've talked about it before I've actually entered in that play and actually alerted on live, which is pretty cool. So flush put, stop loss for puts. It's just gonna be down SPY this hour. Yeah. I should have asked you what you got. I did say the 459 strike and the 0-day expiration, which is today expiration. So overall, we're just flushing now, which was pretty nice on those puts. So 90% play. On SPY puts, join me live. So yeah, overall, great play on puts. Like, hope you guys like are understanding, you know, how we saw that weakness, how we saw that bear flag, and how I kind of set my stop loss. Because, you know, people are always asking me, how do I set my stop loss? It's usually when we break the opposite trend. Like in this case, we were bearish. Our stop loss would have been if we were bullish, that bullish trend line. If we broke that downtrend. Okay. So I might just take in this 85%. It's now 60, 70. I'm just going to close this because I only have one contract and this was like quick lunch money. So, and I just sold mine for orders. Okay. So I just sold my contract for a 76% gain. Okay, let's take a look at some other stocks. So for SPY, if you do want to play calls, until we actually break that downtrend breakout is when we're actually bullish. So let's take a look at like QQQ. If you actually take a look at QQQ, QQQ has that similar setup that we're actually bear flagging on QQQ. We could probably even draw a trend line. So we can actually take a look at similar setup for puts. So the QQQ flush point is 382.39. I'm considering to take puts right now on QQQ. Same day expiration. So flush point. And then again, whenever you're entering in a play, always set the stop loss before you actually play. So okay, I'm probably gonna buy one contract. 4 puts. So okay, it's breaking that level. Okay, I'm gonna buy. Let's go to Q. I'm just gonna wait right now. I think there's some open. Okay, so I'm taking a look at same day expiration. So today expiration and 300. Okay, 382. Okay, I got a 382 put. So what? Okay, so I'm just playing this lightly. Okay, it's just a alert. This is kind of like a similar setup. I got puts over here, only one, just completely, basically not risking anything to play puts on QQQ. Day trade on live in one put, no official. Okay, so I just alerted a chart on all the Discord servers. So I'm already up 10%. 0-day expirations are fun because they're just moving very quick and very fast. And I actually didn't like at this level. So we should see another similar setup. Okay. Okay, so it's breaking the low of the day. This is a very, very similar setup. Already up 14%. But again, this is a bear flag. And this is our stop loss if we break the downtrend. And we should see a similar setup if we really break that level. If we close below, that is the signal. And that is really the flush point where it just, it just flushes down. Let's take a look at... Oh, shit, never mind. SQQ call about to go. Yeah, so SQQ is just the inverse. So we're basically like in the same play. So now it's just a waiting game. Just like those SPY puts, we needed to close below that level. And overall, thank you guys for tuning in. The reason I did go live today is mainly because, again, the latest video I made was pretty interesting where the whole market is kind of pulling back. And we're taking a look when we will actually bottom out for QQQ. And for QQQ, my price target is 374 next week. Again, we've talked about like the daily channel coming in for QQQ. So it just needs to close above. We have 27 seconds until this candle closes. 21 seconds. It's trying to close above. And please set in mind of that stop loss. It's always very, very important that we actually set our stop loss before we actually enter into that play. Okay. So we just got the next candle. Kind of closed below. but it's not like enough signal. So it just needs to break low of the day. So it's holding that support right now. We have bounced off that support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, we're getting a bullish engulfing candle. So it's about to hit our stop loss. And okay, it's acting as a resistance. Once we go above that area is when it hits the stop loss. And so wait. It needs to close above. That is very, very important because we could just like get wicked out. Down 5%. Three minutes till the closing candle. I'm down 11% on the puts. So it's just a waiting game. It needs to close above to actually get stopped out, or else we're just gonna get wicked out. We're getting extremely tight. The next candle decides if I get stopped out or not. Down 16%. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds till the closing candle. Good time to go long on the SPY indicator. I'm watching for the close because we need to close above the 50 EMA for the SPY indicator. So QQQ is getting very, very tight. And we have 20 seconds until the candle closes. So if we close above the candle, I'm going to get stopped out. I'm down 12% on puts, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We're getting stopped out because it closed above. So I'm going to close out the contract for a 15% loss. And that's it. So it's testing the breakout level now. So, I was in puts. I got puts over here because we had that bear flag. And it closed above the resistance, which is bullish. And now it's testing that support. Let's take a look at SPY. Or let's take a look at Apple. Oh, wow, SQ. Yeah, so QQQ is kind of like testing that level now. Is it a good idea to swing TLT? Whoa, what the? Okay, let's take a look at TLT. TLT, it just looks, I don't know, it's just trading sideways over here. I was taking a look at gold monthly chart. And the monthly chart for gold looks interesting. So I'm going to remove my drawings. We have a very nice cup and handle on gold. So I was taking a look at potentially to buy in leaps. We're also breaking out kind of like a symmetrical triangle on the daily. So I was watching gold GLD, which is kind of like an ETF for gold. And yeah, it looks very, very nice. There's a breakout for that cup and handle. And I was taking a look at probably leaps, January leaps, August leaps, fire out expiration. Just an idea for you guys if you want some swing ideas. Yeah, so GLD looks very nice. This is kind of like a very nice swing that I was actually watching. And this is on the monthly, so the bigger the time frame, the more confident we are actually on. Let's take a look at QQQ. Okay, let's see what happened with QQQ. Did we paper hand it or did it break out? So it's pumping right now. So our stop loss was good. Again, it's very, very, very important to why we got stopped out. It closed above the resistance. That was bullish, and it's pumping now. And, it's pretty clear. Let's take a look at SPY. Our SPY puts a wedge well, though. So, again, SPY broke that downtrend. That is very, very important because our stop loss, we're just killing it with our stop losses. So, I mean, you could have also played calls, but this is just, a great example. Even let's take a look at Q. So this is just a great example of how we broke the trend, and we're just kind of just going up now. Let's take a look at Cnbc. So gold looks like the main swing that I'm looking at, and that's gonna be kind of like a longer swing. So we're literally just going up. I mean, this candle is also very, very nice for QQQ. Yeah, so that pump on QQQ, like the buyers are getting in. Let's take a look at XLF. I was curious on what Neo is doing because we have Neo Day coming up. So if we actually take a look at the weekly, will be interesting on where we close because Neo, it's China, and I don't have like any luck with playing China, but Neo does look, the technical analysis perspective does look good. We also have a catalyst. They're introducing like the new models. Just search up like Neo Day and you guys can get like a lot more information, but they have on December 18th the Neo Day, so they're gonna announce kind of like a new model. And I've played last Neo Day. It had an incredible breakout. It went over like 66 last Neo Day. Yeah. So, if you guys are looking for plays, the main two plays that I'm watching are Neo and Gold. So just early heads up, heads up, we have the symmetrical triangle on Gold. And then we've talked about the monthly breakout. So those are the two stocks that I'm watching for a potential swing. I might alert it before close. I don't know. And then before I actually end the live stream on the daily, okay, let's erase our charts. Let's see how we close, okay, because the close will be interesting. Our SPY indicator is absolutely killing it right now. But if we close above that area, that would be a very, very nice bullish indication for SPY. So basically, that is kind of all. I'm going to end the live stream soon. So if you guys do have any last minute questions, let me know in the live chat. And QQQ, I've made a whole video. Basically, we're still looking bearish. So it's going to be interesting how QQQ actually closes because we have that support at 374 on my latest video. So overall, hope you guys enjoyed this. Following pump, yeah. So the thing about Neo with last year was the market was very, very bullish. Like, like stocks like Neo, Jabaya, PLTR, Cathy stocks, they would just all go up because the market was just wild last year. If you guys were watching me or watching my alerts last year, it was just so easy. And back in the day, it was just way easier. With inflation, Omicron variant, it's just way harder. And that is why this month has been pretty tough. So overall, if you guys did enjoy this this live stream, just leave a like and see you guys probably tonight. I might post a video probably on Neo or Gold because both those two setups are looking very, very nice. And with the Neo, we're gonna have a tight stop loss if I do decide to not trend because we're already at a major support. So overall, see you guys tonight.